Where do we stand on Kyrie Irving and the trade request right now? Have the Cavs been overt? Have they contacted teams, pardon me? Have other teams contacted them? Where are we at with that?
From what I understand, there's more incoming calls than outgoing. They are not feeling the pressure to make this move now. At their press conference yesterday, I feel like they were kind of even speaking to Kyrie, where they were like, listen, this could still get saved. We could still have a reconciliation here. We might see Kyrie at training camp. That was them saying that they're not going to be pushed into anything. And even though I do believe they're going to eventually trade him, they have got to reestablish a little bit of leverage. And one of the ways that you do that is present the fact that you don't have to trade him. And the fact that it took so long for it to leak is an indication of how the Cavs are going about this process.
The back and forth between LeBron James and Stephen A. Smith was entertaining for me a little bit. But I wonder, as I heard Dan Gilbert and Colby Altman say that they thought that he would be in camp, that Kyrie Irving would be in camp, is that plausible in your mind that they would be able to go to camp with LeBron James and with Kyrie Irving?
I would say it's unlikely. But I've just been around too long to be able to say, oh, that's not going to happen. Because remember, I've been on the front lines of LeBron James with the decision and then him coming back to Cleveland. So I'm not going to say that any reconciliation is impossible. That said, Kyrie has a little bit of leverage here because he's only got 2 years left on his contract, and he could basically send the message out that if you don't trade me to a team on that list, I will not re-sign there, and that could kill his market. And so the Cavs have to prepare themselves to yank back on that and threaten basically Kyrie that we could make you come back here and make your life a living hell as somebody who's demanded to be traded and has to stay put in purgatory. And so all of these things are at play under the surface now. And the interesting thing about this, you mentioned LeBron in his social media actions. Look, we've seen trade demands with players. Obviously, everybody remembers the Vince Carter situation there in Toronto. Typically, it's a two-party system. You have the team on one side and the player on the other pulling back and forth. In this case, we have a triangle. Very unusual. Never seen it before because not only is it about the Kyrie relationship with the Cavs that would have to be mended, but the Kyrie relationship with LeBron. And then LeBron's relationship with the Cavs going into the last year of his contract. This is one of the more complex situations I've seen over the last decade, and there's no playbook for how to deal with it.
But from what you're saying, you believe, like Stephen A., that LeBron is really, maybe not publicly, but irked by this entire deal.
From what I am told, and I haven't spoken directly to LeBron. I wish I could tell you that I had, and I could give you direct knowledge, but I've gotten as close as I can to it. And from what I'm told, he's very just disappointed because he didn't foresee his relationship with Kyrie as something that was about to fail. They've had their moments, but generally he felt it was a workable relationship, and he actually was foreseeing a transition where he could hand off the reins of the team to Kyrie as he moved forward and got older. And so basically LeBron likes to have control, and this happened, a huge event outside his control, and it upset his plan, and he's not happy about it. Is he willing to fight Kyrie and all these things? No. But I'll tell you one thing. If you look at the way they're behaving towards each other on social media, it's a 2017 version of a fight.
When you unfollow a guy on Instagram, it is on.
That is dropping the mittens.
It is. It's like West Side Story, but different. Just different. Brian, again, congrats on the scoop. Fantastic reporting. Let's do this again. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thanks. Have a great weekend, guys.